to my home. Some people call this my pharmacy because I got a whole bunch of supplements here. So I want to show you some of these, but there's a reason behind it. And yes, I do take most of these every day, but I really like supplements a lot, both from the selling of supplements and also the taking of supplements. And so, but what I want to talk about today is really, really important, and it's one of the keys, right? We've talked about how do you find someone that's got a good funnel. That's the first step, right? Then after you have that funnel, how do you clone it inside of ClickFunnels and make something that's similar, right? Now, the third step is, now that I've got a funnel that's done, how do I get people to actually show up to my funnel and to give me money, right? Like that's the holy grail. That's the big secret about internet marketing that everyone's kind of stuck with. And, you know, it makes me laugh because whenever I hear people talk about traffic, how do I get traffic on a website? They always start with like, okay, well, first thing you do is you go to Google and you pick keywords, or you go to Facebook, or just all these things that are really technical and complicated. And I don't know if it's just that I wasn't ever smart enough to understand those things, but for me, I always look at traffic way different. Okay, so for example, I just want to like show you over here, right? So let's just say I was going to be launching a new green drink. Now here is Drew's green drink Organifi. And I've got a couple different green drinks here. If you look, I've got Sassy Grass, I've got Basic Greens, I got a couple of them. But if I was going to launch a green drink, the very first thing I would do would not be going to Google or Facebook or trying to figure out like how to find green drink keywords and things like that. The first thing I would be looking at is someone like Drew. They are making a ton of money with the supplement, right? So where in the world is Drew getting his traffic from? Wouldn't that make things a lot easier if I knew exactly where he was getting his traffic? And let's say I was selling Basic Greens, or vice versa, I could just go to where he's getting traffic and buy ads on the exact same website, right? Doesn't that make sense? You know, think about it on this side over here. Like, again, there's so many cool supplements here, but this is Dave's Bulletproof, his MCT oil, right? They make a ton of money selling this. Now I can go out there and try to figure out where should I buy ads from and how am I going to drive traffic and things like that. But let's say I'm on it and I'm launching my MCT oil. Wouldn't it make more sense to just go and find out exactly where he's getting his traffic from and buy ads on the same place? Or vice versa. Well, shouldn't Dave go check out what Onnit's doing? Like, that's kind of the concept, and that's what I like to do when it comes to getting traffic, okay? And so from all these supplements right here, this is actually one of my new supplements. It's called Ignite. It's a pre-workout, and it's awesome. I haven't started selling this yet. I've been taking it, and most of my students do. It's really awesome. These little packs, you put it in, you stir it up. It tastes like Kool-Aid. And after you take it, about 5 minutes later, your face starts tingling like crazy, and then boom, you're on. You just have energy. And so this is one of my favorite supplements. And so we created this, and I went out there, and I'm doing exactly what you guys are doing. Like, I got it done. I found a funnel that I liked. I funnel hacked it. I modeled it. We built it on ClickFunnels. Everything's going well. But now, where do I get the people? Where do I get the leads? And so we started going through this process, and it's actually way more simple than you would think. You know, people always think it's going to be hard to get traffic, but when you understand a couple of core principles, it becomes really easy. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do, and when I show you this, it's going to make perfect sense. In fact, I'm going to come over here to the table, jump on the laptop, and kind of show you guys exactly the process I go through to find out where my competitors are getting their traffic, and then get that traffic to come to my website instead. So come on, let's go check it out, and I'll show you guys the secret. This is the big aha, my number one traffic hack. I'm going to show it to you guys right now. So come on over. All right, so I'm here on the computer, and what I want to do is I want to go through kind of the process I would go through if I was funnel hacking someone. I was doing this part of it, trying to figure out where in the world is all their traffic coming from, right? So there's one site I funnel hack probably more than anyone, and it's because a little while ago we were getting in the fitness space, and so I think I've probably bought this product at least 20 times. I probably should have recorded it, but I just wanted to see if it changed. I want to try every variation and see if there's different. So the thing I tested the most was Venus Factor, and we talked about it when we were at ClickBank. It's been the number one offer for like a year and a half. And every once in a while someone beats it, but it always seems to come back. And so the offer just intrigues me. So I'm gonna go through that process with you right now. So if I was in the weight loss space and I wanted to be successful, Venus Factor obviously is a good one to look at, right? And so the question then comes like, where is Venus Factor getting their traffic? If I knew that, everything else becomes easy, right? I can just go and plop my website down in the exact same traffic. Like, that's it. It's really, really easy. I had a friend one time who told me, he said that, you know, all of us internet people, we always are trying to figure out how to create traffic. And he said, traffic doesn't need to be created. It's already there. People are already online. They're already going all over the place. Your job as a marketer is not to go create traffic. Your job is to find where the traffic's at and then stand in front of it with your offer. Like, that's it. Okay, so I got to find out, where's the stream of traffic that Venus Factor is sitting in? Because if I can just dip my toe in that same stream, I can get some of the customers coming to me as well, right? So I go to venusfactor.com, and then there's a website that I use. And this is like my number one traffic hack. It's one of these little gems that's just awesome. And it's a site called similarweb.com. Okay, now there is a free version of SimilarWeb and there's a paid version, but the free version you can get a ton of stuff. So write it down, similarweb.com, and you guys need to become really good at using this. This is the site I use a couple times a week. So you go to similarweb.com and it looks kind of like this, and all you do is you type in the website URL of the website that you're funnel hacking. So I type in venusfactor.com, click on search, and then boom, it opens up a whole bunch of information for me, tons of stats and data and everything I need to know about where Venus Factor is getting their traffic. Okay, so if I look at the screen right here, it shows that Venus Factor is getting anywhere from 1 to 3 million visitors a month. Okay, that's a lot of people. People asking, how in the world are these guys making $50,000 or $100,000 a day? And that's how they're doing it, because they get 3 million people a month coming to their website. Okay, and so you look in here, there's a whole bunch of cool stats and everything, but if you scroll down a little bit, there's a section that says referring websites. And in the referring websites section, it shows you all of the people that are sending traffic to their website. It shows you all those little streams of traffic. Is that pretty cool? You guys getting kind of what I'm laying down here for you? Now it shows you here on the left-hand side, it shows you the top referring websites. So the number 1 site here is lifeguru.com, number 2 is naturalnews.com, then newsmax.com, and it goes down from there. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I've never even heard of lifeguru.com. Like, what is that site? And you look at the little green bar, like half of it is green. So I don't know how much traffic they're sending, but maybe 1 million visitors a month are coming from lifeguru.com. So for me, the next question is like, what is lifeguru.com? I got to figure that out, right? So I opened up a browser, went to lifeguru.com, and I found this blog right here. And it's just a basic blog, and I'm looking at it thinking, how are they sending 1 million visitors a month to Venus Factor? Like, what are they doing? I'm looking around, and this blog's about finding love and eating healthy and looking fit, and I'm scrolling around, and all of a sudden I see it. I see this little banner ad that says 5 foods never to eat. I click on it, and guess where it takes me? Okay, yeah, you're right. It takes me to venusfactor.com. I'm like, okay, cool. So this is one of the websites that they're getting a ton of traffic from. Okay, now I know that. It's pretty cool, right? Now if I go back to SimilarWeb, you scroll down a little bit further, and there's a little button here that says show the ads. If I click on that right there, it pops up, and it'll actually show me all the ads that Venus Factor has ever run as a company. Okay? Now, the free version shows you all the ads. If you pay the upgrade, not only does it show you the ads, it'll say, this ad ran for a week and a half and then we never saw it again. But this ad right here has been running for 2.5 years and it's still live right now. Okay, now if you know an ad's been running for 2.5 years and it's still live, what do you know? You probably know it's working, right? Either that or it's a company with too much money and they're just throwing away cash. But typically, most people are watching those things, and if the ad's been running for 2 years, you know it's working, okay? So now that I know that, I know 2 very, very important things, okay? First thing I know exactly where they're advertising, okay? And the second thing I know exactly what they're saying on their ads to get people to click. Okay, now if you know those 2 things, if you've been paying attention to this training series so far, what do you think we should do? You're right. We should model what works. Okay? We need to model the ads. So the first thing we got to do is we create ads that are similar. We need to model the message. We need to model the design. We need to model the sizes. And so there's a website that I use to get all my banner ads designed. The site is $20banners.com. And every time I share this, somebody asks me, Russell, how much do banner ads cost there? And the answer, of course, is $20. So you go to $20banners.com, and then you show them one of the banner ads of the people that you're funnel hacking. You pay them $20, and then they create an ad that's similar. Okay, now notice, again, you see these ads here. I didn't copy anything, but they're very similar, right? I modeled the layout. So they had a really pretty girl, so I put a pretty girl. They had a big purple headline. I put my headline, but I made it big and purple. I had a little text with C-tip. I modeled the look and the feel and the layout because they have proven that people in the weight loss market click on that type of an ad. So why would I go and try to be creative and try to think of like, oh, I'm going to make up my own type of ad? They've proven what works. This ad's been running for 728 days. Okay, it's working. So don't try to reinvent the wheel, just model what works. So I go there, I model the banner ad, I model, again, the layout, the sizes, the color schemes as close as I can, and then guess what I do? I go back to the exact same websites the Venus Factor is buying ads on, and I buy ads on those websites as well. Okay? The streams of traffic are there, you guys. We just have to find them and dip our toe into it, put our offer out in front of them, and some of the people will come to us. Now, I'm curious, after kind of hearing that, how many of you guys just had an aha moment? We're like, wow. It really is that simple, right? Now, I don't know about you, but when I got started over 10 years ago, the big thing was Google. Everyone's talking about Google, and you got to get keywords, and you got to landing pages and quality scores and all this stuff. And I tried to figure it out way over my head. Like, I don't know if I'm slow or what, but I couldn't figure it out. And then luckily Google slapped everybody and kicked them all out of the network, and everyone was freaking out. And so the next big phase was SEO. Everyone's like, this is the good news. Like, we can do SEO and it's free, which is awesome. And so they went out there and teaching like, hey, you got to do backlinking and you got to have meta tags and H1 to all this nerdy stuff. I was just like, what, like getting right over my head. I tried to figure it out, but we really struggled. And then a little while later, Facebook came out, which I think Facebook is actually easier. Like I got it. It was like, hey, go find someone who's got a big following and buy ads to their audience. And I was like, oh, that makes sense to me. So it made sense. But again, it was more technical than I wanted to do. Okay, I always struggle with it. Now we do Facebook ads, but I have a guy that runs them for me. This strategy right here, even I can do. I know you can do it too. All I do is I find the exact websites that my competitors are buying ads on successfully. I can see it, like the proof's right there. And after I find those, all I do is I email the dude that owns the website. I'm like, hey man, I see that you have a website and all my competitors are buying ads on your site. Can I buy ads as well? And the dude, of course, he wants money. He emails back, sure, you can buy ads. This is what it costs. It's $500 a month or $1,000 or whatever his pricing is. I then PayPal him some money. I email him a banner ad and boom. That fast, I just dip my toe into the water. That stream of traffic that's feeding Venus Factor and Truth About Abs and all these other businesses in my market, now some of that traffic, some of those people are now coming to me. Are you guys getting this? Like that is the power what I'm talking about here. Okay? Now I have a question for you guys. If you guys have followed this funnel hacks process the way I've been talking about, okay, and the first step is we found a funnel that works, right? So in this example, I found Venus Factor and we modeled it, okay? Again, I didn't copy anything, but they have proven that sites laid out this way work. Okay, they've proven that these price points work. They've showed me that this is the type of offer people are buying, and I've modeled that. Okay, and then when I found the exact same websites they're buying traffic at on, I found their banner ads that look similar, and I modeled everything, right? So I made my version of the funnel. I went to the exact same websites. I put my version of the ad on, and I started driving traffic to my funnel that's similar. Do you think that if you do that and you model what works, do you think you can have similar results? Okay, now I'm not saying you're going to get the same results, okay? My guess is Venus Factors is anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 a day, okay? Which is, again, it's nuts. It's like beyond my level of comprehension, right? But let's just say you model them as close as you can and you totally screw it up, okay? And you only get 10% of what Venus Factors gets, okay? So you're not making $100,000 a day. You're only making $10,000 a day. With $10,000 a day, would that be enough money to keep you happy for a little while? Okay. Now, obviously, that's a lot of money. That's over $3 million a year, right? So let's just say that's again maybe outside of your belief level right now, which is understandable. Let's say you totally screwed up, and you only get 10% of their 10%. So you're only making $1,000 a day. Would $1,000 a day change the quality of your life right now? That's an extra $30,000 a month. There's not many people I know in this world that an extra $30,000 a month wouldn't change their life dramatically. Okay, but maybe that's more than you're willing to kind of comprehend right now. So say you totally screwed up and you only get 10% of the 10% of the 10%. You only make an extra $100 a day from this little funnel you put out there. Okay, $100 a day, it's an extra what, $3,000 a month. Okay, $3,000 a month, what would that help you with in your life? That cover a car payment, a house payment, maybe some student loans? Okay, and that's if you totally screwed up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about here with the funnel hacking process, you guys. If you find a funnel that works and you model it and you find the traffic they're getting and you dip your toe into the exact same traffic streams as they're in, it's not difficult to have similar results. Okay, even if you screw it up, if you pick the right funnels to model, you can still make a lot of money. You can change your life. And the best thing is that if you're doing that, and you're creating good products and good services, you can change the lives of the people who find those as well, which is awesome. All right. Now, I want to recap what we've talked about in this training series so far. So the first thing I showed you guys in the very first video was I showed you guys how to ethically steal over $1 million worth of funnel hacks for under $100. Do you guys remember that video? If not, there should be a link above me. You can go click on it and go watch that video. That was the first thing I showed you. The second thing I showed you is then how to take that proven funnel and go inside of ClickFunnels and clone it in less than 10 minutes. Okay. And again, if you missed that video, the link should be up above. And then the third thing I showed you, which is just what we talked about today, is how to get the exact same customers who are currently going to your competitors' funnels and get them to start coming to yours instead. Okay, now I got a question for you. We've covered a lot this week, and I'm curious, how many of you guys feel a little bit like this right now? Okay. This always makes me laugh because one time I was speaking at an event and I got off stage and this little guy ran up. He was so excited, an older man. And he said, "Man, that was amazing, Russell." But he said, "I felt like I had a fire hose in my mouth the whole entire time." And I thought after people hear me speak, that's probably how they kind of feel. And I get that. We've covered a lot of stuff in a very short period of time. And so what I wanted to do is I actually want to go back to my office with you guys. And I put together something really special to me called Funnel Hacks. And it's a program that's going to help you to implement everything we talked about, okay? And it's not just a coaching course. It's also something I'm going to give you guys access to ClickFunnels, to Actionetics, to Backpack. In fact, I'm going to give you guys an account for free for a couple months. You can play with it and you can learn it and master it. And I'm going to give you guys a bunch of other really cool stuff as well. So what I want to do is I'm going to pack up my stuff from my house right now. I'm going to jump in my car. I'm going to head to the office. And on that next video, I'm going to spend some time walking through exactly what's inside the Funnel Hacks package, why you should get started, how you can get a ClickFunnels account for free, how you can get Backpack for free, Actionetics for free. It's going to be awesome. So let's go head over to the office right now and we'll talk about that on the next video. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you guys soon.